Here we go, brilliant. So we're just going to walk it out to start with. We're just going to walk, nice little walk in the park. Swing the arms, get the blood moving and pumping through the body. Good job. As we're walking, keep the legs going. We're going to stretch the arms up above us. Stretch and reach. Hold them there. Get that blood pumping up to the fingertips. Then take them out to the side. Extend. Good job. And then down to the sides. And as we bring them down, let's slow the walking down. Bring it to a stop. Spreading the toes nice and wide, pushing the heels deep down. Good job. Then extending through the body, nice and long, long, long. Imagine that piece of string pulling and lengthening, particularly the top of the head. That helps to extend and lengthen the neck as well. Take the shoulder blades up to the ears, back, slide them down, and relax them there. Good job. From here, I want you to look to the left. Hold it there. Stretch through the neck, back to the center, looking over to the right. And back to center, looking up to the ceiling. And back and down. And back. Placing your hands on your hips now. On that pelvis, feel the bone there rather than the waist, down here onto the pelvis. And we're going to tilt the pelvis backwards and forwards. So knees nice and soft, little bend in the knee as we tilt the pelvis backwards and forwards. Tucking the tailbone under and then release it back and away. And again, so we're tilting just the pelvis. So we're going to try and keep the upper body nice and still, trying to keep the legs nice and still with just the pelvis. That's waking up the lower back. Starting to move through the hips. Then slow it down a little bit at a time until finally we make sure that the tailbone is headed down and most importantly the top of the pelvis is horizontal so that that lower back is in neutral, and hold it there. Good job. Now we're going to switch on those core muscles. Draw that belly button in towards the spine. Squeeze it and hold it as tight as you can. Imagine that lovely wide belt pulling all the way to notch number 10. Squeeze and hold as tight as you can. Don't forget to breathe. So all the breathing's going on above the abs there. So don't forget to breathe as well. And then relax. This time we're going to tighten to notch number 5. Squeeze and hold. And relax. And notch number 3, a gentle squeeze and hold. That's all we want. We just want a gentle engagement of those muscles to use them when we're doing our exercise movement. Now we're going to bring the pelvic floor in. Squeeze, lift, imagine it's an elevator. Bring it all the way up to level 10. Hold it there. And relax. Again, don't hold your breath. And level 5, squeeze and hold. And relax, and finally up to level 3. Just a gentle squeeze of the pelvic floor, gentle squeeze of the tummy. That's our core muscles engaged and working independently from our breathing. So let's remind ourselves of those lovely deep breaths. So a deep lateral breath, we're breathing wide in through the nose, filling up the lungs, out through the mouth. Taking time to empty the lungs completely. And again, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. One more here. Really important, ideally first thing in the morning, to take time to take these lovely deep breaths. Get the whole of the lungs working, get all the muscles through the lungs working. Making them stronger and more efficient. Well done. From here, we're moving into our side bend. So we're going to bring the hands up and over. Back to center. Stretch and reach above you, then bring the hand back to the hip. Stretch and reach up first. So up, extend those fingers, and then over into the side bend. And again, switch sides. stretch, reach, and over. Extend. Good job, well done. So from here, we're going to bring the hands up to the shoulders and move into that spine twist. So keeping those hips glued, facing forward, just the upper body, and making sure that the head stays central to the shoulders. So breath in, engage the core. Exhale and gently twist. Nice and slowly, nice and controlled. Breath in here. Increase the stretch, and then exhale to come back to center. And again, breath in. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed so they can move freely. Twist, hold. Exhale back to center. One more on each side. Last one here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Good job. Bringing the hands onto the head now, or just above, and we're going to bring those elbows forward. So again, relaxing the shoulders so they can move as we bring the elbows forward. Squeeze them together. Then we're going to open, 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 push them back as far as they'll go. And again, coming forward, squeeze. Open, open, and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then opening them up, pulling them apart as we come forward. And again, one more coming back, and forward, and relax the sides. And now circling the arms out nice and wide, bringing them back down. Good job. Let's get the upper body working now. Let's grab those hand weights or cans if you've got them. So from here, we're going to put them into the hands, and we've got the hands coming over and round the cans. So we're holding them this way, down by the sides of the body. So just relaxing. Again, make sure there's a little bend in the knees and the feet are just at hip distance. Now we're going to bring the cans out to the side. Now, when we're working with the hand weights, make sure that you're working equally. So even if you've got one side that's stronger than the other, take your time to place the hands equally at equal distance and coming up to shoulder height. Again, making sure that they're level, holding it there. So we're just engaging the muscles, getting them switched on, ready to work. And then we're going to work them in movement. So we're going to take a breath in, engage. We're going to imagine there's a big ball in front of us, and we're going to squeeze that big ball as we bring both of the cans down to touch just in front of you, and away and up again. Shoulders nice and relaxed, and again, squeeze and open, and again, squeeze and open. This time we're going alternate arms. So the other one needs to stay nice and level, nice and still, while we bring just one across the front and back. Then the other side, across and back. Well done. Keep going. And again. If the weight in the hand is too much at any time, you can do all of these exercises without the cans in the hands. Now we're bringing the hands forward and we're going to turn them over, okay? And you've got two places you can go. You can either bring them into the shoulders with the elbows pointing forwards. That's a slightly harder option. For a slightly easier option, we bring them down to the sides. Either way, we're working on a bicep curl. So we're gently, slowly, carefully making sure they're coming together up to the shoulder and back down. Or we've got them extended and they're coming into the shoulder and out. So you choose what's going to work for you. Nice and slowly. Making sure they're both working together parallel at the same time. And alternate again. So coming away and back in. And away and back in. If you want to mix it up a little bit, then leave them in extension and then alternate to come back in. So you've got a few options there as you go. One more on each side. Good job. From there, make sure both of the cans are into the body and then bring them out and then down. Pop the cans to one side as we move down to the legs. Let's get the lower body warmed up now. So we're coming to the end of our mat. And we're going to move forward into our lunges. So feet are at hip distance to start with. So if you're ever not sure, the feet come together, the toes turn out, the heels match, and that's your hip distance stance. So we're stepping forward with one foot. Both the toes are facing forward. Push through that front knee. Push through the hips. Good job. Hold it there. Back heel is glued to the floor, and we're pushing forward, driving that knee forward to see if we can't get that stretch a little bit further. Let it grow. Let it develop. Little bit more. And release. Bring the feet back to hip distance. Other foot now, other side, stepping forward. Push that knee forward. Good job. See if it won't develop a little bit more. Push that knee a little bit further forward. Keeping the upper body nice and straight. Good job. Final stretch and release. Good job. From here, we're moving into our squats. So feet at hip distance. So we're coming to a sitting position. We're imagining there's a chair behind us. We're going to make sure that the knees stay directly behind the toes. So breath in, engage the core, then sitting back down, bringing the hands forward for that counterbalance. And again, engage and coming up. And again, forward and squat. Bringing it down, holding it there. And up. Engage the pelvic floor and the core to bring you back up nice and tall. One more here. Let's see if we can hold it down. 3, 2, 1. Engage, draw through. Good job. Well done. Now we're going to move into our roll up, and we're going to bring a couple of roll ups, and then we're going to come down onto the mat. So we're going to take a breath in, engage the core, engage the pelvic floor. Chin drops to the chest as the shoulders roll forward as we roll down. Keep a little bend in the knee at all times. Relax, relax, relax. Allow the arms to stretch. Allow the head to stretch. And relax here. Feel that lovely stretch all the way up the back of the legs, over the hips, down the spine, and through the neck. When we're ready, breath in, engage, coming back up nice and slowly, making sure that the fingertips are level and restacking the spine, one vertebrae at a time, helping them to work independently. Finally, shoulders roll back and down, neck lengthens up and away as we look forward. Ready to go again. Breath in, engage, chin to chest, shoulders roll. Hanging out here for a moment, just stretch and relax. When you're ready, breath in, engage, restacking the spine. Thinking about each individual vertebrae like building blocks, one on top of the other. Shoulders back and down. Last one here, breath in, engage, tuck the chin, try and release the neck, try and let the head just hang freely. We want to use the weight of the head to stretch out the neck. Then we're bringing the hands down to the mat. We're bringing the knees down together, ideally, as we come forward onto all fours, ready for our knee lifts. So we're going to start off working on shoulder and pelvis stability. So nice and square. Knees directly underneath the hips, wrists directly underneath the shoulders, neck nice and lengthened, nice and long. Back nice and flat, so not dip down here, not arch. Extend and lengthen, push the hips away and the very crown of the head extended forward to get that nice flat back position. From here, we're going to gently tuck the toes in. Now we're lifting one knee at a time and we're lifting up towards the hip, okay? So it's coming up away from the mat towards the ceiling. It's only a little lift. So breath in, engage the core. That's going to keep the hips nice and controlled, the shoulders nice and controlled. Gently lift that knee up, pushing up. So we do get a gentle tilt on the hips, but only a small one, and then we place it back down again. Same on the other side. Breath in, engage, tilt. So you get a little tilt. Everything else stays nice and level and secure. And again, lift. So we're coming directly up into the body, not round and out. And again, up. And down. Well done. If you want to, continue with one leg at a time. If you want to, you can come up with both legs now. Breath in, engage, both knees come up and hover and hold. This time the hips are staying completely level, the back nice and flat, and then lower. And again, one more time. Breath in, engage, and up. Hold it there. And lower. Release the toes, sitting back for me and shaking out the wrists. Good job. Good job. Shaking it out. Well done. From here now, we're going to come forward onto all fours again, and we're going to move into our push-up. So, either option one, the wrists are still directly underneath, same positioning, elbows are going out to the side, back stays nice and flat, nose is drawing down towards the floor. It might be a little push here and then push through. If you've got the strength, you might push it a little bit further by coming down, 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 a little bit closer to the mat, but keeping that back nice and flat. If you want to level it up and push it, bring the hands one hand length forward, so they're coming forward. Then bring the back forward over, so the weight is over the wrists again, the shoulders are directly over again. Keeping that back nice and flat still. And then bringing it down and up. So in your own time, again, it's about control, nice and slowly, so that the muscles can work together, they can support each other. Last one here. And release back into child's pose. So feet come together, knees go as wide as they can. We're sitting up first, and then we're folding down and forward just as far as you can, and relaxing down. Good job. Just relax there for a moment. Now we're going to take that upper body strength and we're going to move it down the body. We're going to work on the core as we come forward onto our tummies, and we're working on our swimming. So this is going to help the core strength, and it's going to help the lower back. Really, really good exercise for strengthening the lower back. Okay, so we're swimming on our tummies. We're going to start with the hands under the head as we focus on just the legs. So the feet are at hip distance, the legs are extended nice and long. Shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed. Breath in, engage the core and draw the belly button up from the mat, just gently squeezing that level 3 belt to support the lower back and have it in neutral. Then on the exhale, we're going to extend and lengthen the leg, long, point the toe, just up to hip height, then gently lower. Again, on this other side, the same. Breath in, engage. Make sure that's tummy's drawn in. Lengthen. So the whole leg is moving as one unit. And again, one more on each side. Stretch, reach, control, particularly in the lower. Don't just let it drop back down to the floor. Control that leg all the way up and all the way down. Good job. Now we're going to bring the arms in as well. So extend those fingertips nice and long for me. So they're directly from the shoulders. Forehead is down. Keep the shoulders relaxed and level. Breath in, engage. Just the arms to start with. Lift. So the head comes up just an inch or so with the first hand. Then we lower the arm and ideally keep the head lifted and engaged throughout. Other side. If you haven't got the neck strength, don't worry. You can lower the head in between. But if not, try and keep it lifted as we lift, extend, and lower. Core is engaged. Shoulders are relaxed to allow them to move. But the arm muscles are stretched, they're extended, they're all switched on. Last one here. And relax. Now, you have a choice. You can carry on with just arms and then just legs, or you can combine them together for the next level. So our level 2 is breath in, engage. Lift the head to start with, so you're in a nice start position. Eyes are looking down on the mat, neck nice and long. Core muscles drawn in. Exhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift, extend, hold, and lower. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Other side. Breath in, engage, lift. So we're moving alternate sides, but the shoulders are staying level. The hips are staying level. We're not rocking from side to side. Lift, extend. Lower, and again, one more on each side. Lift, hold it a little bit longer, and lower. Last time, lift, hold, and lower, and relax out of it. Hands come to make a pillow for the head that turns to one side. The legs go out slightly wider and the toes turn in to relax the leg and the lower back, and relax here. Good job, well done. Really important exercise, as I say, for that lower back. Really, really nice one to build strength there, nice and slowly, nice and carefully, but really, really important. Often where we get twinges and weakness, because that lower back has to do an awful lot of work, awful lot of supporting. So we're coming on to our side now when you're ready, and we're going to work on these lovely waist muscles. We're going to work on the legs, and we're going to work on these lovely obliques at the side, either side of the waist. Really important. They support the torso. They help us with that twist motion. And we quite like them because they give us a nice, tight, secure waistline. Okay. We're also working now on mobilizing the spine. Again, very important to keep that flexibility and mobilization. Okay. So to do this, we're going to move into our threading the needle. So we're going to have our elbow directly underneath our shoulder, very important. We've got our back in a nice straight line, and then we've got our feet in line with the spine. So I've got a straight line from my spine, and then my feet are at the end of that straight line, and then the knees are bending forward of that, okay? Knees are stacked, hips are stacked, one on top of the other, okay? Don't start with the hips back here, lift them up, place them on top of each other. Okay, same with the feet, same with the knees. We're going to start with the hips down as our level 1, and then we can bring the hips up with us as a bit more of a challenge for level 2. But we'll all start together. Keep that frame for me. So keep those shoulders open, keep that neck extended, nice and long. So the hand is coming up above us to start with. Fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. We're looking at them with our eyes, and we're going to follow those fingertips with our eyes so that our head comes with us as we curl around with the arm, and we send the hand through the needle, through the eye of the needle. Our hand is the thread, and we're looking and we're twisting the head to see how far we can go through, and then we're holding it here, and we're taking a deep breath in to make the most of that stretch through the spine. Then we're exhaling, we're coming back out, and we're following those fingertips and reaching up. And again, breath in, engage, twist, relax through those shoulders, let them flow Keep those knees stacked, don't let them rub one over the other. Breath in, exhale, coming back up, extend and lengthen. So continuing here with level 1 or level 2, we're going to lift that waist, we're going to lift those hips, and we've got that lovely straight line through the back as we extend. Same again, hand comes round. Now this time we should be able to go a little bit further in that lovely twist motion. Breath in, exhale, keeping that waist lifted, keeping that back nice and straight, looking up, and again, breath in, engage, round we come, round, round, round. Last one here, enjoy that stretch, deep breath in, exhale, coming back up, extend, and when you're ready, drop the hips if they're raised, coming off that forearm, tucking the knees up and relaxing out of it. Well done. Lovely, lovely exercise. Good job. Now we're going to do our needle thread on the other side in a minute, but we're just going to intermediate, we're going to move onto our backs for a moment as we move into getting those obliques really working and right the way throughout the body now as we move gently into our 100. So feet are at hip distance, nice and close to the bottom here. Shoulder blades are relaxed underneath us. Neck is extended, nice and long. Arms by the side of us on the mat. Now we're just going to do a couple of curl up preps just to remind ourselves of how we lift the head and shoulders off of the mat. So from here, just gently placing one hand behind the head and another with the thumb placed at the bottom of the skull where it meets the neck there. As we've got the arms open, you'll notice that the chest and the spine lift from the mat, arch away. Your job is to engage the core and gently draw them back to neutral. So that's halfway between fully arched and flat on the mat. That's that neutral lower back position that we want. From here, breath in, engage, remembering we're using the abs. We're curling the ribs, we're not pulling with the hands. We're grabbing that rope that's attached to the sternum. We're pulling, pulling, pulling as we're looking through the knees. Then we're taking a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to extend the neck into the little pillow that the hands have made. And we're going to lower, again, using the abdominals, not the arms. And again, breath in, engage, drawing up. So the hands aren't doing anything. They're just coming along with us. Breath in, gently lowering, extending the leg. Give it a go now without the hands. So hands coming to the side. Breath in, engage, curl the ribs, grab that rope, pull it up, looking, breath in, exhale and coming down. And don't forget that technique. We're going to use that now one more time to bring it up. Breath in, engage, coming up, 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 ready to 100. Pulse the arms. So we're going to stay in this position. We're pulsing, we're drawing, inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5 as we look through the knees. Keep that spine in neutral, keep that neck and shoulders relaxed. If at any point it becomes too much, you've had enough, bring the head and shoulders down, keep the arms pulsing, and when you're ready, join us again. Breath in, engage, draw up again. Good job. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. And hold. Breath in, exhale, gently roll down, relax. Bring the knees into the chest, give them a good hug, a little rock side to side to thank those abdominals for all that effort. Good job. So amazing core strengthening there, right the way through the body, but particularly through those abdominals. through the center of that torso, building great strength. Well done. Good job. Now we're coming onto our other side to thread the needle, so you can either roll straight onto your side to do the other side, or you can switch ends if you want to. Good job. So from here, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, spine nice and straight, feet in line with the spine, knees bent forward, feet stacked, knees stacked, hips, most importantly, stacked one on top of the other. Waist is lifted, so you can see if we start with the waist down here, my spine is curved down. We need to start with the waist lifted. It doesn't have to be off the mat yet, but just lifted and engaged so that spine is nice and straight. Extend and lengthen that top hand. Good job. From here, looking at those fingertips, breath in, engage, curl round, bringing it round, following with the head, looking through. Breath in, exhale as we come back out, 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 and extend and lengthen. And again, breath in, engage, exhale as we're coming round, looking through, then hold, and that lovely deep breath in. Extend that stretch, then exhale and come out. If you want to, lift up those hips. Use the fingertips to extend and reach you up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips lifted if you can and coming round, but just choose the level that works for you. Extend. Keeping the knees stacked, don't let them slip one on top of the other. And again, round. And up. Last one if you want to. Breath in. Exhale, twist through, hold it there. Breath in. Exhale. Lengthen up and then sitting the hips down and then coming off that forearm, drawing those knees up, curling up into a little ball for a nice relax there. Well done. Good job. Well done. When you're ready, we're coming up to seated and we're going to move through a lovely spine stretch. We're going to be working through mobility of the spine, but also articulation of the spine, being able to let the vertebrae work independently. At the top of the spine and at the bottom of the spine, the vertebrae like to get bunched together. They end up working as a unit together, but then you lose the strength of the independent vertebrae. So now we're working on trying to give that strength back so that each vertebrae can work to its full potential. Sitting up for me. Move the fleshy bits out of the way so you're sitting on the sitting bones, nice and tall. Legs extended at hip distance. Now, in order to sit up tall, if you find you're sitting back here with the legs straight on the floor, then bend the knees and then get that lovely upright position. Extend through the spine. It's more important that you're sitting up nice and tall and working the spine through this exercise than that the legs are extended long, okay? So if you've got tightness through the back of the legs that's stopping you from sitting up tall, then just add a little bend to help you out. Extend those fingertips nice and long for me, directly from the shoulders going forward, looking forward. Breath in, engage, reaching forward, looking through the fingers to start with, looking forward, stretch as far as you can. Hold it there, then look down towards the thighs and stretch and reach even further. Pushing the legs down into the mat to extend the stretch through the back of the legs also. Breath in here, exhale, coming back up, 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 up. Relax the shoulders, extend the neck to finish fit nice and tall. And again, breath in, engage, extend, reach forward, looking through the fingers, then looking down, extend further. Breath in, Exhale, rolling up, 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 up. Shoulders relax. Last one here. Breath in, reaching forward as we exhale. Head comes down, extend further. Inhale. Exhale as we restack the spine, nice and tall, extend. From here, we're going to reach back with one hand. The other hand is coming across to the opposite toe. Head is looking back, and then we're reaching forward to the opposite toe. Hold it there. Breath in, exhale, coming back up, bringing the hand back round. Other side. This hand is coming back, and the other hand is drifting across. We're looking away behind us, so the hand behind us, as we reach forward with the fingertips. And back up. One more on each side, coming across. Stretch and reach back as if we're putting a bow. Reaching forward. Then sitting up nice and tall. Last one, coming across. Stretching back. Reaching forward with those fingertips. Sitting up nice and tall and relax. Bringing the hands across to the Cossack arms. So we've got one hand across the front and placing the other one on top so that the fingertips are at each of the elbows. Shoulders are relaxed here. We're moving into the spine twist. Again, if it's more comfortable with a bend in the knee, that's absolutely fine. Draw those knees up. Breath in, engage, twist. Your challenge is to keep your eye line on the center of those wrists as we come round. Breath in, exhale, back to center. And again, inhale, exhale and twist. Inhale, exhale, back to center. One more on each side. Inhale to prepare, exhale to twist. Inhale, exhale, back to center. Keep those shoulders relaxed. And again, last one. Twist. And relax out of it. Bring the knees up, open them up nice and wide and fold down between them, releasing all the work from the legs, through the hips, up the spine and relaxing forward. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Doing really well. You'll be really glad to know that we're nearly there. We've got one more exercise to go. We're going to do this one down on our back. So we're going to bring our feet up to the end of our mat, and then we're gently going to roll down. So take your time to do it properly and do it centrally. So traditionally, if we're sitting up here and we're coming down onto the mat, we go to one side, put the weight to one side and we lower ourselves down. We're trying to build the strength in the muscles centrally. So we're going to use the roll down as we tuck the pelvis, relax the shoulders. Then bring both hands down if you need to help control and bring you down to the mat. Good job, well done. So from here, feet are at hip distance just to start with, just to set us up. Shoulders are relaxed. We're going to work on some leg circles. So we've been building that strength through the abdominals, through the legs. And now we're really going to work on toning it, okay? Again, we're going to use that lower back strength to help us here, okay? So we're going to work on some leg circles. So we're going to take a breath in, engage the core, and we're going to bring the feet and the knees together so they're touching. From here, we're going to take a breath in. We've got to make sure that the core is engaged and the spine is in neutral to support, because we're going to bring both legs together and tuck them in. We're going to lift them together, okay? So feet, legs, all one unit, gel together, squeeze together, held together, arms relaxed down by the side on the mat, giving us nice support. We're going to need that as we move the legs around. So palms down, shoulders relaxed. So your toes, we're starting drawn into the body as our level 1. And your toes are at 6 o'clock on a clock face. Now, what I want you to do is gently taking the whole leg, but led by the toes. We're gently going to bring the legs out to one side, and then we're going to lift to open up the knees a little way as we draw a clock face. We're coming up to 12, then we're going round, and we're bringing it back down and back to 6, tucking the knees in to finish. Okay, so I'll show you again. Both of the feet and the knees are coming out to the side. They're coming round. Up to 12, have a little peek at your toes there, and then bring them round the side and back to center and tucked in. Now, nice and tucked in here, and moving gently and slowly and controlled is where we start, okay? So build that strength up, working, that's your level 1. If you want more of a challenge, extend the legs away from you, so starting maybe at right angles. Drop the toes a little bit. So normally we're here with that tabletop shin. We're going to drop the toes a little bit so that they're at 6 o'clock. Little bit more challenging here, so particularly for the lower back, bringing the feet to the side. Extend, reaching. You're going to see a bit more of your toes now as they come round. 12 o'clock, round, back to 6 o'clock. Okay, so choose which level you want to work at. Let's go one more in that direction, coming up, round, nice and slowly, squeezing the knees and the feet together, back to 6 and stop. Now we're going to go the other way round. Same level of control. Don't go too far out to the side, okay? The clock face is only about the width of your hips, just slightly wider than your hips, and back to center each time. So breath in to prepare, exhale and circle. Use the legs all together, one unit, nice and slow, nice and controlled, and back down. 2 more on this side, but again, choose your level, work to your ability. Bring it down and round. Last one, round, nice and controlled, and back to center. Now, if you're fit, we're finished here, so draw the knees into the chest and have a good hug. If you're using this video and you want to extend it a little bit further, if you've done it a few times, you've been building the strength up, then again, you can work to extend the legs and work the same way. But again, little bit at a time, little bit at a time. Always thinking about that clock face to make sure that the muscles are working together equally and balanced, and make sure you go in both directions, nice and slowly, nice and carefully, but build up the levels as you go. Well done, great workout. Feet are coming down, head up towards the top of the mat, and then extend and lengthen into full body stretch for me, nice and long. Good job. Deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, draw the hands back over and by your sides. Walk the knees up and bring one knee to the chest, right into the chest. And either walk the foot away until the knee is just gently bent, or if you've got the mobility there, then you can stretch and open it up so the leg is flat on the floor. But choose what works for you. What's most importantly is having this knee hugged in nice and tight, and we're stretching through the hip flexor, through the glutes, just squeezing it into the body. Good job. Well done. Then we're switching legs, so we're bringing the other knee in first, switching it over, bringing the foot down, and then extending it straight out from the hip, just as far as is comfortable for you. Good job, well done. Drawing it back up, bringing both of the feet so they're back to hip distance and the knees are bent. So from here, we're going to stretch out the back of the leg, and we're going to do that by bringing the foot off the floor. We're going to flex the foot. So the toes are drawn back and the heels are pushing away. We're going to use that heel to lead and push until the leg is nice and straight. From there, if you want to, you can draw that foot up, 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 just as far as is comfortable for you to get that really lovely stretch down the back of the leg. If you want to support it with the hand on either side of the thigh and the knee, then you can, just to help it stay up there where you get that stretch. Most important is pushing that heel away, drawing that toe back to get the most out of that stretch. Push and hold, let it develop. See if you can't push the heel a little bit further. And release, pointing the toe, bending the knee, and then bringing it back down to the floor. Same again on the other side. Gently lift the foot off the floor. Flex, lead with that heel, push it away, and then drawing up, 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 and push away with that heel. Gently support the leg if you want to, with a hand on either side. Push. See if you can't get it a tiny bit more, and then release. Point the toe, bend the knee, bring the foot back down. And then walk the feet together for me. And we're going to take the knees and we're gently going to open them up. So the feet staying together and the knees are gently opening up together to either side. Again, just as far as is comfortable for you, and just relax here. Nice deep breaths. And just allowing the weight of the legs to open up through the hip flexors, through the pelvis, and relax. Breath in, engage, and gently use those core muscles to draw those legs back to center. Now I want you to take the arms and I want you to take them straight out to either side. I haven't quite got room. I'm sure you've got the same problem. And I want you to roll the knees over to one side, keeping the knees and the feet glued together as you gently turn your head to the other side. A nice deep breath to deepen through that spine stretch. When you're ready, breath in, engage to draw those knees back up to center and going the other way. Gently lower to the other side, turning the head to look away in the other direction. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breath in, engage, draw back to center. Well done. Bring the hands back in and place them gently onto the tummy. From here, keeping the knees together, I want you to walk the toes out so that we make a nice little teepee with the knees supported by the feet. But I want you to make sure that the legs can relax here in this position. Now, this is our relax for this term, but if it doesn't work for you, then simply move into a full body stretch, extend the legs long, and just make sure you can be comfortable to just take a moment. From here, I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. With each breath, I want you to feel your muscles relaxing. With the exhale, feel the tummy muscles spreading and relaxing and melting down towards the mat. Feel the legs gently pressing into each other and the weight disappearing down into the floor. Feel the shoulder blades and the back of the head melting away down into the mat. And feel the feet spreading and relaxing. Just take a minute to totally relax. Keeping the eyes closed, gently roll the head to one side. And back to center. Gently rolling to the other side. And back to center. Gently opening the eyes and then again rolling the head to one side. And back to center. And over to the other side. And back to center. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, walk the feet back in towards each other and gently roll onto your side. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Taking your time to bring yourself up onto all fours. Making sure that the knees and the feet are at hip distance before you tuck the toes under. Walk the hands back and take your time to roll back up, restacking the spine one vertebrae at a time. Finish with rolling the shoulders back and down, lengthening the neck up and away. Arm circles to finish. Deep breath in to come up, bending the knees, stretch and reach and circle. Inhale to come up, exhale to circle. One last one, stretch, reach up onto your toes, bring the hands round and into the prayer. Give yourselves a big clap. Well done, everybody.